everybody. Welcome back to the weekend. Uh, the women's national team just took on Japan. They were able to hold them off 86-69, but they had to overcome a pretty rocky first quarter where Japan, they talked a couple days leading up to the game about the challenges that Japan would present them, and Japan went out and they checked every single one of those boxes, everything that players said about Japan, coaches mentioned. You saw it on full display. I know, I saw the timeline because it's wonderful. Everyone's like, "You're so much bigger to be fine." Well, when you're putting bigs in, I mean, putting everyone on islands, and this is one of the things that people are talking about. This team coming together and some of the people that were there and some of their deficiencies, and Japan had the ability to exploit some of those things to a degree. But at least for me, as another strong outing by Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart bounced back with a big performance today. Griner had a good game as well. But the bigs are continuing to power this USA team, especially in a game like this where the bigs had to guard, and the luxury was you're able to downsize at times, and it was Asia and Stewie out on an island, at times defending the guards better than their teammates. But another story, another day. Cardell and Ray, just your thoughts on this one?
You gotta work. Um, yeah, Wilson, you talked about the challenges that the Japanese team brought to USA, and they were they were glaring in the first quarter. They really just pretty much just fired out of them people and went to work. And it took the US some time to adjust. But once they got their footing, it was pretty much over. At the outset of the games, the U.S. said that the front court would be their advantage, and that's ringing true. In every game, that's been a deciding factor, and that was it today. Asia Wilson had 20 and 10, Brown Stewart 15 and 13, Brittany Griner had 15 as well. If they're gonna play that well, then it's going to be tough to beat them. But Japan, they were here for it. They were up to the challenge. They were smaller, but they're quick. They force a lot of turnovers. They had a rough shooting night, but that's hats off to the U.S. They like you said, man, they were putting them in tough spots, and the bigs they had to do their part in guarding the perimeter, and they did that, and that's how they were able to come away with the win. But yeah, man, the deficiencies they showed, and thank God that the front court did their job.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like Japan ball pressure just jacked up the USA, especially in the first quarter. They had to have been expecting it, but I just think Japan's speed is what caught them off guard. I ain't think, it's one thing seeing it on film, it's one thing playing against it. You know what I mean? Like Machida, the point guard, she's a lure. Like she was giving Sue Bird a lot of problems just across that court. And you can make an argument that Sue Bird may be the greatest point guard to ever play the game on the women's side. You know what I mean? So she was having trouble getting her off of him. But once USA slowed down, the bigs started coming up, set screens to get her off of Sue Bird, and Sue Bird can make quick decisions, and that was the key. Once they started making quicker decisions, being precise with their ball movement or whatnot, and then looking for the big when they denied or it wasn't there, saying reversing the ball until they can get it back to Asia or Brittany Griner or Stewie posting up on a wing. And then USA just kind of took them apart as they went along. And then the USA in return turned up their defense and used their size or whatnot to make sure the smaller Japanese team didn't shoot well. And then slowly but surely, they built a double-digit lead, and that's how they got the W. You know what I mean? And just to make it perfectly clear how much the pressure bothered the USA, USA turned the ball over 17 times. Japan only turned it over 9. You cannot tell me the last time the USA women's team turned it over 17 times. I'm not even sure. We might have to go back. Probably 92 when they lost. We might have to go back to something like that. Ever since then, they haven't, especially with WNBA players, it hasn't been done. So kudos to Japan. They had a good game plan. They came in, but the thing that's overwhelming teams with the USA is just they're big. They're big as hell. And they just grind as Asian. Stewie, look, man, that's 6'8", 6'6", 6'4". Then you got Tina coming in, Sylvia. It's just not fair. No other team can really match that size, man. You know what I mean? So, and it wears you down. Because if Japan had the size to match up, this would have been a game that went down to the wire, but it wasn't. So, kudos to the United States for being patient, not uploading, taking time to adjust. And once they adjusted, they didn't complicate things. They kept pounding them inside and rode the base once again to another W.
And that's the thing. They're gonna see this is gonna be the theme for their opponents until the tournament's over. Like we keep talking about the strength of their front court. It's the best way to try to take a front court out the game is keep the guards from getting the ball inside to them. Harass the out the guards, and because once they do get their hands on it, Asia's having fun down there. Stewie joined in. Brittany's Brittany. With Liz not a part of this at all, there's no one remotely Brittany size in this tournament. And you guys already mentioned what else they have, coming in waves. I can't be mad at every team trying to pressure them. I don't think we've seen the women's team yet have a game with less than 10 turnovers. People just been harassing them. And that's just something to keep an eye on going forward. It's like, yeah, we know the you have the big joker in your back pocket is that front court, but at the same time, you got to cut down the turnovers. But at the end of the day, they're 2-0 in group play. Their next game is Monday morning, August the 2nd, against France. You guys have anything else you guys wanted to add before we get out of here? And just a reminder, we'll be back. Today's technically Friday, so we'll be back tomorrow morning, which is Saturday, for the men's. They play the Czech Republic. So we'll see you guys then. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to say evening, but day. Try to keep track of this stuff.